Well, what a week it's been. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Saturday night. What's up, Nate the Great? Already in here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I see a few people live. Trenches. I apologize, but I'm just now finding out. I'll say this. This has been the toughest week probably I've had in a long time. I love you guys. So I'm live. Let's talk. Let's hang out. All that stuff. Y'all just be praying for me. I just got a lot going on, man. I'm trying to focus on this job. I got school. Lonely. Yeah, but hey, it's always a good note to end a college football Saturday with the people you love on YouTube. We got a great community. We got a lot of amazing people on here. Y'all mean a lot to me. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Means a lot. So, yeah. So let's look at. Let me pull it up here if it'll let me. Surely it will. Kansas and Texas are tied at 14. Mississippi State took down Auburn. Now they had it last week. I don't know, but Auburn's not really in the hunt for the West. Michigan took out Penn State. Georgia handled Tennessee. Michigan State, they're number 7. They pulled away, got the win over Maryland. They're still alive. Peyton Thorne looked pretty good. 22 of 31, 287 yards passing, 4 touchdowns and 1 pick. That's not too bad. Talia looked pretty good too. I mean, he threw for just shy of 400 yards. He had more passing yards than Peyton Thorne did. But was that much of a factor? Like, because they do Michigan State, their offense, I would say, yes, you got Peyton Thorne, Jalen Reed, or whoever. Like, you have those guys, but I really think that running the ball so much with Kenneth Walker is a big part of what Mel Tucker's doing this year with the offense. And yes, I got a Christmas background. It's getting that time. I mean, I'll change it. I don't know. Hold on. I'm saving it though. Let's be real. Hold on. That one. I guess we'll do this one. So Michigan showed the haters they can compete. Well, we knew they could compete, Nate. I mean, Michigan is still only a 1-loss team. Michigan State as well, of course. 2 turnovers. And this is, we always look at this. More yards for Michigan State is where the game changer was. More time of possession. 2 turnovers meant nothing. Maryland couldn't really capitalize on them all that much. Montori Foster, 52-yard pass. Peyton Thorne, Jaden Reed, 29-yard pass. Connor Hayward, Kenneth Walker. Quite a few guys on Michigan making plays. Michigan State, making plays today. In East Lansing. Kind of sick this week too, guys. I'm not going to lie. Man, I need I'll drop the link here in a second. Let's look at my time. I'm proud. We got the victory, all that good stuff. And, yeah. So I won't be on here too long. It looks like Trenches is live. So maybe we'll run through some of these games and talk. But overall, I mean, I don't really need to recap this much. I said that earlier. 59-3. Defense kind of had a slow game, slow start to it against New Mexico State, who I said they're not that bad of a team. Well, they're 1-9. They're 0-6 on the road. They're not that good. But I give them some props. I mean, look, you came to Tuscaloosa. You played. You showed up. It even says right here, for 44 seconds, for only 44 seconds of the game out of 60 minutes, Alabama was trailing New Mexico State. That's it. 35 points in the second quarter alone. No offense whatsoever in the third quarter. New Mexico State had the ball quite a bit, actually. But a 10-0 fourth quarter Alabama in favor, of course. Almost 50-50 with time of possession. The Bama defense showed up. 30 first downs, 10 for New Mexico State, each team with a turnover. Alabama, a 500-yard game. New Mexico State had 138 yards. Give us a props. I mean, New Mexico State did have a play or two in there that I think overall kind of messed up Alabama just a little bit. But overall, I mean, it looks a lot worse on paper for this game for New Mexico State. But I mean, they had some opportunities. There were a couple times where the defense, didn't get off the field on third down. Mexico State was able to convert, but overall, big crowd, 95% capacity. The line was 50. Over under was 67. It went under in a total combined 62-point game here. 59 by the Tide, and of course the 3 for New Mexico State. 50-point spread. They they won by 50 plus, so they covered. The Tide did what they had to do. But again, I'll say this. I like this Alabama team. I do. Of course they're a championship team. They're Alabama. It's Nick Saban, and he's got that mindset. That's just who he is. Are they a championship team in terms of, or would you bet what you have? Forget about Georgia for a second. Let's take Georgia out of the picture because I know we're all picking them. But would you really bet Alabama? Yeah, guaranteed that this team could win a championship. I like Georgia, but the second team that's going to try to have a chance to do that is Alabama. If it's not Georgia, it's Alabama. Is that really it? The defense of Alabama is what's carrying this team. Now, Bryce Young's great. Give him credit. He had only 2 incompletions in this game. 270 yards, 5 touchdowns, 21-23. Sorry. Let's see. First in the West. They still only have the 1 loss to A&M. The offensive line, look, Young gives credit. I was very pleased with the offensive line. The play calling and everything, and you can say whatever you want to about, it's New Mexico State. Slow down. You got Arkansas and you got Auburn coming up. Well, okay, that's fair, but there was some improvement, and it was just another game. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was basically like practice at Bryant-Denny. You know what I mean? Like it was – but, look, Alabama, let's just put this game aside. This is basically that warm-up game for a 2-game stretch. Arkansas is back in the rankings at 25. I'll double check. Did they win today? What did Arkansas do? They're losing, at least currently, to LSU. If they get a good win, if they can have a good second half or something, then they'll probably move up in the rankings. If not, then they'll fall out. That they're not getting back in. Auburn for right now is at 17. Um, Auburn's a better team than I thought they were this year, honestly. Going into the season, I know, Chess Hall and I were doing the team previews on the Unprofessional Sports Show, and we just talked about Auburn. We're like, dude, they're going to be terrible this year. They're not going to be that good. They got a new coach. It's not a lack of talent, but it's a lot of young talent. And Bo Nix is back. He's got a lot to work with, a new kind of system, but he's handled it well. And Auburn, honestly, has looked better than a lot of people thought. They they had their first loss. Like, they are a team with some of the best losses. I mean, let's look at this Iron Bowl real quick, where it's at least at right now. This is the game right here. I don't care. I want Alabama to win at Jordan-Hare, and that's it. Finally, just do that. Auburn is 3-3 in conference play. They're 6-4. They lost last week to A&M. Okay, 20-3. The offense could not get going. You give credit to A&M, though. Their defense, DeMarvin Leal is one of the top tackles in the draft upcoming. You got to give them props. And what they had, these are quality wins, though. 17, at least at the time, in Arkansas, and a top 10 team in Ole Miss. Got to give them props there. Inconsistency is what has gotten the Tigers in trouble this year. And now the fact they have 3 losses in conference play, you go back to Georgia and, of course, A&M. Let's double check. And then they lost. They dropped one today, I think, too, didn't they? What's up, Jerry? How you doing? The tough part for Alabama is they might have to beat Georgia twice. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to get to that in a minute. That's actually interesting. Let's see. Oh, they lost. That's right. They lost to Mississippi State today. I'm going to be honest. I didn't really watch that game. It looks like they kept it close. Their defense is something else. I'll tell you what. I don't even – I don't know. Anyway. But I don't know. Oh, my God. Get the banner up. So this is an interesting comment. Good to see you in here, Jerry. Jerry has an interesting comment here. I think the tough part, he says, I think the tough part for Alabama is they might have to beat Georgia twice to win the national championship. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I mean, you could have that. And I've been saying this since the offseason. I just think that it's Georgia's year. But clearly, and again, I apologize for being critical about the Tide. It's not perfect, but they got a lot of great talent, and especially defensively with how they've stepped up in year 3 of Pete Golding and everything they bring back. But, yeah, if you're a team out there, the stars are aligning for Georgia. Everything is coming together. Everything is well-equipped and set up for the Georgia Bulldogs to not only – they just have it. Forget just making a title again, but like they did in 2017, winning it. And it's mostly their defense, but even their offense with Stetson Bennett. And I know JT is, everyone's like, we got to get him back for the SEC title and everything. And I believe that they're right. But, I mean, either way, I mean, Stetson or JT, I mean, both guys have seemed to work at, when they are in the game for Georgia this year. And, if you're Alabama, and believe me, I've been saying this is Georgia's year. That's just giving them credit. That's not me saying Alabama can't do it, right? I don't think that they will. But you see what I'm wearing here is my Alabama jersey. I always wear, I got it sitting over there, but, I got my Alabama hat. I am an Alabama fan through and through. Have been for my whole life, as long as I can remember. Ever since I could talk, I've practically said Roll Tide. And, but look, I have confidence in the team, but I can't pick them every year. Sometimes you can't win it every year. This is the year for Georgia. You got to look out going forward. You got to be careful because Alabama's recruiting that way. Georgia's recruiting great too. You got teams out there, even Oklahoma's going to be looking pretty good. But Alabama, man, they'll have Bryce Young back in 22. They'll get guys back. They already got some good depth, and you see guys out there. Milroe got in there, looked okay this afternoon against New Mexico State. You got guys out there, Roydell Williams on the running back chart. There's a lot. But this year, Alabama and Georgia face off for the SEC title 9 times out of 10. I'm taking Georgia. Seriously. Well, maybe cut it back. Got to give my title a little more credit. 8 out of 10 times. All right. But it is set up for Georgia this year. They got one shot with Kirby Smart to get this right. Now, of course, we know what he's building. We know what he's been working with. He could build. I'm going to slow myself down because it's not likely, but he could build a dynasty at Georgia. But focus on right now. I remember Chess Hall on here or whenever it was, my good buddy, I love you if you're watching this. He just wants one. He wants to see him win one national title. It's set up for Georgia this year, right? It is their moment, their stage, their time to shine, right? What about 2017? They made it, in Kirby's second or third year, whenever it was. You don't think it was set up for them? I think that was just one of those just go out and play the games because I didn't think Clemson was that good. Georgia was a one-loss SEC team. Alabama, look, I don't think they should have got in, but they did, and we saw what happened with 2nd and 26. The rest is history with Tua. But, look, really, I think the only deserving team in those playoffs was Oklahoma, honestly, in my opinion. But, it just so happened Georgia was right there and beating up on Alabama for like 2.5 quarters, and they let it slip away. But this is their year for a championship. It's do or die. You're one shot. You got all the pieces. A lot of guys going pro after this year. And even though I know you guys are recruiting well, who knows if you'll have a team like this again. We haven't seen them go undefeated and make it to Atlanta yet, I don't think. They lost to South Carolina in 2019. They lost to Auburn in 2017. And in 2018, I think in the regular season, lost to someone like LSU. But this is it, Georgia. You only got one shot. You got this. This is your year. It's time to shine, go out there, play the game, do what you got to do, and I'll give y'all a lot of credit. I think you have the team. I think you're capable of it, and I think you guys can get it done. So, but we'll see. But I think it'll be a huge letdown if this year, no matter who you are, we're all sitting here, we're watching Georgia twiddling our thumbs and tweeting out about this team and what Kirby is finally building at Georgia, and it's all coming together, and it is set up. If they don't complete this mission of ending a 41-year drought, of a national title if Georgia doesn't win it this year. I think they have failed. Now, they got other chances. Kirby's not going anywhere anytime soon. He'd have to really screw up. His recruiting and everything's on track. But get it done this year. Go ahead. Get your championship. You're in what, year 5 or year 6, Kirby? You got it, man. You got the tools. You got it set up in front of you. Go out, go play some football, and go win the big game. It's set up for you. So, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think, if you ask me, and this isn't saying that they're unbeatable, let alone like nobody's unbeatable, nobody's unstoppable, but they do have that kind of talent where it is hard to beat, hard to stop, and quite honestly, much like Bama last year, I really don't think there's anybody out there that could really take care of the Dogs. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But 2021, this is the year for UGA. I'm telling you that right now. And I think they're going to go out and win a championship. So, anyway, hold on just 1 second. I'm going to go get my computer charger. I'll be right back. Oh. Sorry about that. I had to get my charger. Let's see. Man, y'all's week been great. Let me know. I'm being honest, man. Anxiety for me this week has been at an all-time just crazy level, man. But I know deep down, God has an amazing plan for my life. Really, He's got an amazing plan for everybody if you just believe deep down in that and just trust Him. JT, I think I answered this one. I don't think he's going to transfer. I don't know. Are we really sure that, are we sure he's ready? Like, is he healthy enough to go back out there and actually be starting full time? And should he be starting? Because, I mean, look, I'm not saying he's not the better guy, but Stetson's been working. Man, he's been helping him. I'm telling you. Ow.
Doesn't make sense. That's not an X's and O's. I mean, that's not a Jimmy's and Joe's. That's an X's. No.
Churches is live. He went live. I guess I went live and he was already going live like a minute or two before. I won't be on here too long, but overall, I'll tell you what, I'll stay on maybe for a few more minutes. I'll cut off and I'll probably go hang out with Trenches and everybody. But look, it is Georgia's year. I say that. Now, I think Georgia, yes, they're in. The other four teams, or other three, debatable. Is Michigan State, are they still alive? Let me see. Hold on. Michigan's still good. Michigan State's still good. Georgia, of course, UTSA. Cincinnati's still undefeated. They pulled away, but they got a great win over USF team in Tampa. Desmond Ritter looks great. Only 8 incompletions, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Not too bad. Their key receiver, Josh Weil, 5 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Ryan Montgomery. Look at this man. Look at him spin. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Okay.
Roll down Tide.
Yeah. That's great, man. Yeah. But anyways, let me see. Thanksgiving break coming up at Wallace State. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, my week is set up, though I don't know what I'm going to be working at my job. But yeah, as far as school goes, that it didn't really say on the schedule. Sorry, tired. Been a long day. It didn't say like Thanksgiving break all throughout, but like, it's like a whole, like there's like teacher days or whatever, staff days, so students aren't in. But yeah, I just call it Thanksgiving break, I guess. But it's at least, yeah. It says school was closed for everybody on like Thursday and Friday. But at least what they got going on, nothing for the students. So 10-0 Cincinnati. They advanced 10-0. That's pretty good right there. A&M has yet to score. Ole Miss bringing some good defense this game here in the third quarter. Yeah, 15-0. There's really not. I mean, this is insane. Mississippi has had 1 turnover. 408 yards so far. This game's weird. Just a bunch of it's kind of stupidity. What is this? 23 first downs to 6. 17 minutes, 50 seconds. 12:57 for game time possession. A&M. That's crazy. It's 34 degrees too. Yeah. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So, anyways, I normally don't end it, but I'm probably going to go hang out with Trenches and Brett and all them for a bit. 31-3, Kentucky or Vandy. There's not really a whole lot of great games. I mean, there's some ranked or whatever interesting games, but not a whole lot of action. Now, Baylor got Oklahoma. What is this? What do we have here? An 8-2 Baylor giving the Sooners their first loss? What? Let me ask you this. Can a 2-loss Baylor win the Big 12 and get in the playoffs? I don't see why not. I mean, well, I don't know. I think Oregon still only has 1 loss. But anyway, yeah. Hang out for a little bit more. UAB took care of Marshall 21-14. UTSA 10-point win over Southern Miss 27-17. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm gonna go hang with Trenches and the guys over on his channel. Y'all go sub up Between the Trenches on YouTube. In fact, I'm gonna put the link to his current live stream if y'all want to go over there and say hello. But go check him out. But yeah, I hope everyone has a blessed week ahead. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. It's coming up. It would have been 2 weeks from this past Thursday, so we're about 12 days away. Yep. But anyway, I love you guys. Y'all have a blessed week ahead. Jesus has a plan for you. He loves you. And man, I don't know. I've spent a lot of time praying this week, and God's really been speaking to me. I'll tell you that. But he's got an amazing plan for all of us, and some things don't work out our way. Some things do. But overall, he's on the throne. He's got an amazing plan, and you just trust him, his timing, and just be thankful for what you do have in life. So anyway, I love you guys. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media, check it out. Jesus loves you. Roll Tide, roll.
Okay.
Roll down Tide.